hear a ghost story that happened to me while I was in prison. I have one that happened to me while I was in jail. If you don't know me, I'm Amanda. I did time in prison for armed robbery, and I was in and out of jail a lot before I finally got sentenced to prison. They picked me up for a failure to appear. I knew I was going to be in jail for a little while, and they put me in a room with a girl. The girl was already there. She was on the top bunk, which I thought was peculiar because most people wanted the bottom bunk. The doors are locked. You're in the cell 24 hours a day, one person. Of course you're going to talk. We were just talking, and she was telling me like all these things about her life. One day she casually mentions that she has a demon that follows her. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? She said she had all these weird things happen to her around her ever since she was a little girl. I was like, okay, she's telling me a story. She's trying to freak me out. Like, okay, this is fun. And so I was like, okay, yeah, tell me about it. She said she was convinced that the reason she did the crimes that she did was because this thing like spurred her on to do it. So one day the officers asked if anybody wanted to go to this Bible study, and we just wanted to get out of our cell. We both went to this Bible study. It was probably like an hour. When we came back, the first thing that I noticed was that there was a horrible odor. The officer who was unlocking our door was like, girl, what is that? You guys need to clean out your cell. And like, we were both very clean people, and so we were both like, what is that smell? At night we were laying there, we were about to go to sleep, and all of a sudden we hear something hit the floor. I look over, and my Bible, my little jail Bible that they give you, is on the floor. I remember my eyes like watered, and like I felt like terrified because something was off. That night I had the worst dreams of my life. Woke up the next day and she was like, girl, what is this all over me? I look on her and she has handprint all down her legs. And y'all, Mia was tiny. She was like 4'11". Her hands aren't even that big to make a handprint like that. I was exhausted from trying to stay up all night, and I was so scared, and I was praying all the time. One night I felt something touch my leg right around here, and I started kicking so hard. The very next day she got extradited to a different county. Like, all of that stopped. Everything stopped. I have a couple more paranormal activities stories that happened while I was incarcerated, and if you want to hear those, just let me know.